Hey guys, good morning. Welcome back to our channel, the Eaton Squad. My name is Addie. So for today's video is about a suggestion to exclude non-OFWs. This involves Filipinos, Balikbayans, Foreign Nationals from the travel cap. Let's find out about it. Details coming right. Secretary Joy Concepcion has again come up with a proposal to exclude non-OFWs from the travel cap since they book their own room anyways for quarantine. Plus, non-OFWs shoulder all the expenses going home to the Philippines. So this is a proposal. For the information of everybody, Secretary Joy Concepcion has been the one who's been wanting for the Philippines to open up for foreign tourism for the economy to pick up from the pandemic. Some of his proposals has been implemented, just like the shorter quarantine for fully vaccinated coming from the green list. Also, foreign tourists who are fully vaccinated coming from the green list were supposed to be welcome to the Philippines last December 1st until the variant Omicron entered into the picture. So he's got a lot of proposal that has been approved, and he's got a lot of proposal that has been implemented. In this latest proposal, he's suggesting that non-OFWs, so non-OFWs, these are Filipinos abroad, these are permanent resident of a particular country, green card holders, Balikbayans, these are former Filipinos, and foreign nationals who are allowed to enter the Philippines at the moment. He wants them to be excluded from the travel cap. And his proposal does make sense, since like he said that we as non-OFWs shoulder all our expenses if we plan to travel to the Philippines. So the government don't really have to pay a single centavo of our travel expenses during the pandemic in the Philippines. So we book our own hotel, we buy our own ticket, we shoulder whatever expenses we incur during our travel to the Philippines. And if that will happen, a lot of our kababayans, especially OFWs, will be more catered to enter the Philippines because our OFWs will be shouldered by OWA on their expenses coming home to the Philippines. So to put a sense on this, let's read the statement of Secretary Joey Concepcion. The government is urged to allow flexible arrival caps for arriving overseas Filipino workers or OFWs in the country in order not to overwhelm embassies abroad due to the stranded nationals. Non-profit advocacy group Go Negosyo appealed to the government on Thursday, December 23rd, to exercise flexibility in its caps on arriving passengers at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport or NAIA. Go Negosyo founder and presidential advisor for entrepreneurship, Joey Concepcion, argued that many overseas Filipinos are flying home for family reunions this December and in January 2022. But arrival caps on arriving passengers might lead to stranded OFWs and overwhelmed Philippine embassies and diplomatic posts abroad, especially in OFW-heavy countries such as those in the Middle East. Concepcion's proposal came after learning that frontline teams of the Philippine Airlines in several countries have been receiving a constant stream of requests from OFWs and other Filipinos begging for a chance to come home and see their families or attend to urgent matters all the way up to January. Philippine Airlines Senior VP for Strategy and Planning, Dexter Lee, said, "Have the planes and the crew ready to fly them." The flag carrier estimates that about 2,500 passengers, mostly OFWs, are affected, and the number could rise if Philippine Airlines is required to cancel or adjust more flights. So the travel cap has affected a lot of travelers to the Philippines. This is not just for our kababayans who are OFWs. Non-OFWs has been affected on this because of flight cancellations, flight rescheduling, flight rebooking. It could get expensive, especially the rebooking, because you will have to pay the difference in the amount if you rebook your flights into future dates. And with the arrival cap not raising anytime soon, a lot of international flights has been suspended because they are limited in catering their passengers to come home to the Philippines. And most of our kababayans are scheduled to come home in the Philippines during Christmas time all the way up to January of 2022. That is actually every year. Most of our kababayans save up money for the whole year so they can come home to the Philippines to be with their families. But unfortunately, during the pandemic, this has been limited. During the pandemic, because of travel restrictions, it's almost impossible to come home to the Philippines because of travel restrictions imposed by the Philippine government. And I'm really hoping that the Philippine government would listen to this suggestion. I'm really hoping that once again the Philippine government will approve this proposal, and hopefully this is not just for our fellow OFWs, for our fellow non-OFWs. I'm really hoping that they will also reconsider or propose something for our foreign tourist category, because they are the ones that are most affected by travel restrictions to the Philippines, and they also have families in the Philippines that they want to be reunited or united for the first time. And hopefully Secretary Joey Concepcion will also look into it, because he's the one who's really pushing for international tourism to resume in the Philippines. And like I said, hopefully there will be a proposal also for foreign tourists to come in into the Philippines. The pandemic kept families away from each other, but as rates of vaccination increase in the country and lower cases are being reported, it opens up opportunities for loved ones to reunite. We should at least give our kababayans this chance, Concepcion said. The government earlier imposed a quota of only 4,000 arriving passengers per day at the NAIA to prevent the entry and spread of the new Omicron variant of the coronavirus disease. This, according to Concepcion, has led to forced cancellations of many inbound flights and prevented OFWs abroad from heading home this Christmas. We are not asking to lift the arrival caps, Lee clarified. What we are asking is some cooperation with the airlines to maximize the cap from where it is today. For example, we can exclude non-OFWs from the cap since they book their own hotel rooms anyway, he said. It was explained that the proposal is in response to reports of a bottleneck resulting in a shortage of hotel rooms in Metro Manila, meant specifically for returning OFWs. The shortage resulted in flight cancellations and affected OFWs who had already booked their flights. Concepcion stressed that the Philippines should have the confidence and foresight to increase our arrival quotas, as the country has the resources in place to guard against Omicron without afflicting returning Filipinos. We have established solid quarantine and testing protocols for arriving passengers that effectively screen out any community transmission of Omicron and other COVID variants from arriving travelers, he said. He further suggested that airlines can work with Overseas Workers Welfare Administration or OWA in sourcing more hotel rooms to accommodate as many OFWs as possible. So what Secretary Joey Concepcion is proposing actually makes sense. So if they have the coordination with the airlines, if they have a coordination with the hotels, if they have the coordination with the Philippine government, all three of these agencies work together to increase the travel cap, it is really possible to happen. Just like Secretary Joey Concepcion has said, the Philippines has established a solid quarantine and testing protocols in screening travelers coming into the Philippines. And he said the Philippine government should be confident in that, in applying this system that has been working in lowering our COVID-19 cases. So, what do you guys think? Should the travel cap be lifted or at least increase into a decent amount so our fellow kababayans, foreign nationals, foreign tourists can eventually enter the Philippines without having to cancel their flights, without having to reroute their flights, without having to reschedule or rebook their flights to the Philippines. So please comment down below, what is your opinion about this proposal again? And do you think this proposal will be approved just like his other proposals to the Philippine government? So this is our quick update for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and share this video with your friends and family. And if you have any questions, concerns, inquiries with regards to this video and any other travel related videos in our channel, please comment it down below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Or you can direct message me in our Facebook page and Instagram, same handle, the Eaton Squad. And please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will be notified on updates like this. Once again, thank you for the continued support and trust to our channel, the Eaton Squad. I hope to see you guys on our next travel update. Stay safe, stay healthy, and God bless everyone. Bye.